Here we have a couple examples of tulip poplar. Some people call it tulip tree. Some people call it yellow poplar. And its genus name is Liriodendron tulipifera specifically. So this is kind of a weed tree. It's from a very old lineage of plants in the magnolia family. And these will come into forest gaps and grow really aggressively. They have a nice straight gray trunk. Here on campus they were just planted because they're hardy growers and they have nice foliage. This is a plant that also has really distinct foliage. If you're hiking in the forest, it can be real hard to see it because the leaves are up so far. But if you look up into the sky, you can silhouette one of the leaves against the sky and see its characteristic leaf shape, which is what I'm going to show you right now. So here's the leaf shape of tulip poplar. There are two distinct lobes at the top and then two on the side. And so some of my students said the shape of the leaf is like a cat head. So this particular leaf shape is pretty rare. Basically other plants don't have this shape. It's not a common leaf shape. So this sort of top with two ears like a cat, and then on the sides where the whiskers are. So this leaf shape will let you know that it's tulip poplar. These, we may have missed them flowering. I didn't take that close of a look, but there are several of them here. The flowers are greenish with little bits of yellow or orange in them and look vaguely like a tulip blossom, which may be how it got its name, tulip tree. But if you look in the center of the flowers, there'll be a central spike that's woody, and so that is very unlike a tulip. So if you happen to see one flowering, the flowers are fairly large. I would say about 3 inches in height and pretty narrow, like a half an inch to an inch in width. And that would be the tulip poplar. Then once the flower opens, it'll get wider, but I think it blooms fairly rapidly, and then the flowers are shed. So I don't see any on these. There's 3 of them right here in a row. I grabbed the leaf from here because I could reach it well. And so if you're outside trying to look at one of these and its leaves are up high, you may have to silhouette the leaf against the sky in order to see it properly. So this plant is alternate. When it's young, it has this smooth gray trunk like this one you're seeing here. And then in the back here, there is an older one. And so there's some shallow furrows to the gray bark, but not a lot of furrowing and not a lot of plates to the bark. So this is Liriodendron tulipifera, if you want the species. And that's commonly called tulip poplar, yellow poplar, or tulip tree.